welcome back to my channel for some more Demon Slayer recap and review. This week I will be covering episode 6 of Demon Slayer Kimetsu No Yaiba, Swordsman accompanying a demon. This video will contain spoilers. Last week we saw Tanjiro finally getting his new cheating blade, passing final selection, so this week Tanjiro is finally going on his first mission as a demon slayer, and boy oh boy, the opening scene, Tanjiro is just getting ready. He's like buckling up his uniform and looks super cool. And one thing I love about his uniform is that it actually says destroy on the back of it. So that just looks really nice. But not only that, Mr. Urukudaki is giving Tanjiro information regarding his uniform. It is made of a special fiber. It is breathable. It doesn't burn. It doesn't hold moisture. And the best thing about it is that low-class demons won't be able to rip it. Mr. Urukudaki also tells Tanjiro that he now has his new cheating blade. The only thing odd about his blade is that it did turn black, and the color of the new cheating blades vary from owner to owner, but so little is known about black blades that it is said that they are wielded by swordsmen that will never go far. And Tanjiro's responses is actually very sweet. He actually says, I don't know if I'm gonna make it far in the Demon Slayer Corps. All I know is that regardless, I am going to turn Nezuko back into a human. And Mr. Urukudaki tells him that he believes he will accomplish this. Mr. Urukudaki also tells Tanjiro that he has built him a new box in order for him to travel with Nezuko. So this new box is light, but it's very durable, and it is made out of cloud mist pine, just making it a little easier for Tanjiro to travel with her during the day. As our heroes head out on their first mission, they say their farewells to Mr. Urukudaki, and they continue making their way towards this village. So they're heading towards a village where horrific events are happening. Each night a young girl is being abducted, setting the villagers, a little on edge because they don't know what the heck is going on. When Tanjiro arrives, he does notice that there is a young man walking very disoriented and he looks like he's been through hell. His face is beaten up and he's just wandering, looking lost, confused. Tanjiro overhears the villagers talking about this young man who is named Kazumi, his fiancée Satoko being the latest victim. As soon as Tanjiro hears this, he goes up to him and he's like, hey, can I hear your story? I want to know what happened, what is going on, where it's happening. Tanjiro right away starts his investigation. He starts to trace the smell of the demon lurking this village. And everyone's just looking at him weird. They're like, what is he doing? Because he's literally just on the ground sniffing everything. But I mean, that's what you do when you're trying to trace a demon. But like I said, if you remember, the Demon Slayer Corps is an organization that is not recognized by the government, so I don't know if a lot of people know that it does exist. Tanjiro continues his investigation, and then we cut to another scene where a mother is telling her daughter that she doesn't want her out at night because of all these events that are happening. And the girl says, yes, mama, I'm not gonna go outside. And then we see her heading to her room, but then out of nowhere you just see this black puddle just following her, and I'm just like, whoop, this doesn't look good. And as the girl is in bed wondering what has happened to all the girls that have been abducted, this black puddle just grows bigger around her, and out of nowhere these demon arms just pop out and take her. So this demon is traveling underground. Wow, this is pretty scary. Tanjiro heads towards the smell, knowing that the demon is at large. And honestly, this is really cool because him and Kazumi are running and Tanjiro out of nowhere just jumps, and it was just freaking amazing. I'm like, man, Tanjiro has grown so much. I'm so proud. He picks up two different scents, that being of the demon and the girl, and then he realizes, you know what? This demon is traveling underground, so he grabs his sword and hits the spot where the smell lingers the strongest, being able to cut the demon and grabbing the girl just in time, pulling her out of this swampy looking nasty water. He then asks the demon in question where are all the girls you kidnapped, and he also tells him that now he has 2 more questions for him. And he tells Kazumi to please hold on to her and to stay in his range, because as long as they're in his range, he's going to be able to protect them. But now Tanjiro is facing 2 challenges. 1, he has to protect these people, and 2, he has to fight off a demon. So we're kind of like, okay, Tanjiro then realizes that this is a morph demon. Not only that, but this demon uses blood demon art. So this is our first encounter with a demon that actually uses this blood demon art, and now we're gonna see what this is all about. Protecting Kazumi and the young girl, this fight is about to start. Using his keen sense of smell, Tanjiro is able to detect the attack, and using his 8th form, he is able to dodge it, but only to come to realize that this demon is morphed, but he has split his body into 3. So now he's literally fighting 3 demons, which is the same demon, just, you know, split into 3. And that's kind of like at a disadvantage, but I believe in Tanjiro. He passed final selection, so I'm sure he's about to show these demons the real deal. We then cut to a scene where Mr. Urukudaki is talking to Tanjiro about the only demon that is able to turn humans into demons, and it was the first demon who appeared over 1,000 years ago, and he thinks that this demon is the demon that is gonna know how to turn Nezuko back into a human. His name is Muzan Kibutsuji, and basically he is the big bad, the father of the demons. Back to the fight we go. Tanjiro misses the vital spots but is able to deflect these attacks coming from all 3 of them. At this point, the demon is annoyed. Well, one of the self of the demon is annoyed and tells him, you know, man, why are you doing this? I'm just trying to eat. You know, the girl's gonna go stale on me if I don't eat her now. And then the other self of the demon is like, man, calm down, my other self. I've eaten so many young girls in this town that I'm satisfied. And then the other self is like, no, I'm not satisfied. And they do this disgusting grinding. The noise is just so eerie, and it just sends like creepy crawlies all over my body. Zumi then angrily asks where the girl that they abducted the night before is, and this was really sad. The demon actually opens up his jacket, and he has like a collectible of all these hairpins of all these girls he has taken, and he basically tells Kazumi that if the girl's hairpin is in his collection, he already devoured her, which sadly it is. This just triggers Tanjiro's flashbacks to that horrific night when his whole family was massacred, when his sister was turned into a demon. That just makes Tanjiro angry, and they then start to gain up on Tanjiro, attacking him from underground and from the wall, and 2 of them miss their attacks, but as the 3rd one randomly just appears out of nowhere, he is about to land a hit on Tanjiro when all of a sudden, boom, Nezuko just kicks open her box and kicks the demon in the face. Nezuko is on attack mode, protecting her brother. Hell yeah, boy, Nezuko to the rescue. She said, no you don't, you're not gonna touch my brother. And this shocks every single demon that they run into. He's just like, what are you guys doing together? What is a mere human doing with a demon? And this shot of Nezuko just coming out of the box looks so freaking crazy cool. I loved it. She's so cute. I just love Nezuko. Sinking back into their hole, I'm guessing they're gonna plan out on how to take Nezuko and Tanjiro down. Nezuko then looks at Kazumi and the young girl, and this moment was just really cute. I always say that every moment is cute, but it just is. Overall, it's cute. She looks at them and she caresses them, imagining them as her younger siblings, and it's just so sweet. The melody that is playing as well is just very peaceful, and Tanjiro looks a bit confused, but then he recalls something Mr. Urukudaki did tell him. So Mr. Urukudaki basically, while Nezuko was sleeping, used a hypnotic suggestion to her, which is, all humans are your family, protect humans, the demons are the enemy. And as Nezuko turns now her attention to these demons, like I said, she looks angry, she pops out her veins, and man, she starts to charge towards them. And we know this fight is far from over, but unfortunately we're just gonna have to wait till next week. Honestly, I just feel like this series is getting better and better overall. I am just so content with it. The action is getting more intense, you know, the breathing styles are just more beautiful. As always, the animation is just on point, and the soundtrack is just unbeatable. So one thing that I did really want to point out and a few comments that I had regarding this episode was news. Mr. Urukudaki is just giving us information left and right, but one thing that I did notice was that he said that the first demon that did appear, Muzan, is a special kind of demon, and he's the only one that is able to turn humans into demons. And as I recall, when Tanjiro'S family was murdered, none of them were eaten. They were actually all massacred, and Nezuko was the only one left alive. So I feel like Tanjiro'S house was kind of out of the way, that I'm thinking in my head, did Muzan actually do this on purpose? Did he target Tanjiro'S family for a specific reason? Because it makes no sense that, you know, his family was massacred, but they weren't devoured, and Nezuko was literally the only one alive. So I'm just gonna stick that in there. Another thing that I liked about this episode was Tanjiro'S look as a demon slayer, the uniform overall, and just him looking so grown. Not to mention that his scar also changed from the last time we saw it. It is now looking like a flame, so this just adds like a more cool and mature look to Tanjiro. And when he unleashed his 8th form and his 2nd form, he just looks so cool, and I'm just more stoked to see more of these forms and just see him, you know, in action. I do believe he is going to turn Nezuko back into a human, which leads me to my next point. Nezuko's kick was honestly the best thing out of this episode. It was just so awesome seeing her, you know, react to her brother in danger like always. She's just always down and just is there for him. So I cannot wait to see them fight side by side. And I really like that, you know, when she sees humans, she actually sees them as her family. So this kind of just makes it a little bit clearer in understanding what she's thinking. Although, like I said, she's not really there, doesn't really talk, but her gestures, her eyes, they kind of tell you what she feels. And I just love that about this character. And like I said, I'm just stoked to see her fight by Tanjiro's side. I can't wait for next week's episode. And of course, as always, this week's demon was really weird and just something I didn't really expect, them traveling underground. And then he did that grinding thing with his teeth, which the noise was so, like I said, eerie. It just made like the creepy crawlies crawl on you. You're just like, please, like, stop making that noise. But not only that, this demon specifically targets young girls. So these demons are heartless. They don't care. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna go for anyone, even if it's like a young girl, a child. They're just literally human eating machines, and it's pretty terrifying that, you know, they have this blood demon art, this specific demon's blood demon art being that he could travel underground and he could travel through walls and, you know, just make these puddles. And it was just like, wow, like, it's pretty terrifying. Because now, if this is just this demon, I wonder what stronger demons are gonna look like, which just hypes me up, because I know, like, each time that our heroes are gonna head out for a new adventure, we're gonna probably encounter a stronger foe. And I just can't wait to see, you know, the demon slayers kick butt. And I just can't wait to see, you know, overall the action that is going to lead between the demon slayers and the demons. That is all that I have for you guys today. I really just want to get to the rest and just share my thoughts with you guys. If you guys liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more, please subscribe. As always, please don't be afraid to leave your comments down below. What did you think of this week's episode? Did you like this week's demon? And overall, what are your thoughts on the series? Don't be shy. I won't bite, I promise. Thank you all so much for watching and your time. This is Merrily Deets out.